next time zombies hit the screen, they were vastly more political. But the issues raised by Romero in Night of the Living Dead stemmed from the same cultural roots as the original zombies, the white Americans' relationship to slavery. Night of the Living Dead is many things. A brilliant, chillingly shot, marvellously low-budget entry by a talented young director. A redefinition of the horror genre and a birth of its own subgenre. And an angry political screed about the troubled times in which the USA found itself and the need to tear down the current structures and start again. And the futility of that cause. Sure, Romero has stated that Dwayne Jones simply gave the best audition. And look, I applaud that statement, as well as being sure that he actually did. But when you cast a charismatic, intelligent, articulate, African-American man as the heroic lead of your movie in 1968, you are making a political statement, great actor or not. The zombies in this film hit a few firsts. They are the first time film zombies have been explicitly framed as walking corpses, rather than living people whose intelligence, will or spirit have been sucked away. Although animated corpse idea certainly has valid roots in the voodoo tradition. It's also the first time they have been explicitly and overtly used as a metaphor for the political times. They've been said to represent many things: the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, feminism, and even the breakdown of the nuclear family gets a look in. I think that the zombies in this film don't so much represent one facet of the troubled times that America was going through, but rather the more nebulous idea of the zeitgeist, the angry and destructive tenor of the times. When all those issues were playing out, when many sections of society were at each other's throats, if only to claw oxygen from other causes that were up in arms against the establishment. Romero stated in interviews that he, the cast and producers were always into raps about the implication and the meaning. In this excellent and incredibly bleak take on the political situation of the day, the nuclear family is displayed as insular, selfish, internally at war, and ultimately doomed to devour itself. Women are judged not to be up to or disinterested in the task of fighting for the cause of feminism. The military are blustering idiots and out of their depth. Scientists are overreaching fools who may have endangered us all. The media are not up to the task of fearlessly driving at the truth and are only interested in the voyeuristic detailing of the gruesome facts. And the African-American civil rights movement is shown to be active, vibrant, morally right, capable of demanding its place in American society, and doomed.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. That old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
Because white men with guns, organised and sent by the establishment, will shoot down its leading men. Malcolm X had been killed 3 years previously. Martin Luther King was assassinated 6 months before this film opened in cinemas, while Romero would have been editing the final shot footage. Distributors wanted the ultimate ending changed, but Romero and his producers wouldn't have it. And no wonder. 10 years later, Romero was still ahead of his time. Dawn of the Dead is a giant, bile-drenched ball against the mindless shopping mall consumerism of mainstream American society. 2 years before the 1980s even began. He joyfully lures us into his own spectacle of nihilistic survival procedural egalitarian levelling, only to pull the rug from under us. He declares, and this instalment of the series is the most boldly declamatory of them all, that the idea of the clever and competent making themselves into new lords of our society is a fantasy. Only those who are willing to leave all of the trappings of our consumption-obsessed Western world get to fly off into the new dawn, carrying the future within them. Incidentally, feminism, the black man, and blended families are all allowed to escape the destructive pie this time around, leaving the white establishment still present, but mired with internal squabbling and more impotent than in his last zombie film. Over the next several decades, Romero would revisit his themes many times, updating it for the concerns of each age. But it is his genius in these first two films, in appropriating a myth with already deep social justice roots and crafting tales with his new creation that spoke directly to the spirit of the times, that established zombies as an active tool for political engagement.